In this video, we're going to see how you can configure Entity Framework Core using the approach database first and also using MySQL database. What are the requirements you need to have installed in your computer? Visual Studio Community, MySQL Core Range, and .NET Core. If you don't have any of these tools, I will leave in the comments another videos where you can see how to install these tools. Which package are you going to install in our project? Entity Framework Core is a package that allows us to handle the database and insert new data, update new data, do the queries, etc. Entity Framework Tools is a package that is going to allow us to generate the different migration. And Pomelo Entity Framework, in this case, we are going to use MySQL. For MySQL, you need to install a specific package, in this case Pomelo Entity Framework, but if you want to use another database like SQL or Oracle, you need to install another package. And last, we are going to use the famous database Northwind to get, and we are going to create an endpoint in order to get the customers of this database from Swagger or Postman. Okay, let's start. First thing we are going to do is download the Northwind database. I will leave in the comments this link, and you need to click here in order to download the script. I will download the script. Here I have the database. I will extract this one. I'm going to open MySQL workbench. Okay, here it is my instance. I will put my password, and then I will close this one, everything. And here I will open a new query here in this tab, and I will drag and drop this file. Okay, I need to extract first. I will go to the downloads. I will do right click, and I will put here extract all. Okay, here I have the folder, and then I will drag and drop the file. And here we have the database, and we are going to create the different tables, and also we are going to insert the data. Okay, I will, in order to execute this file, we need to click here in this button. Here we are creating the different database, and then we are going to refresh here the schema, and here we have the database in Northwind. Here we have the tables, the different tables, and for example, if you do right click here and you put select rows, you can see all of the clients of the rows, and this data we are going to get from our project. Okay. Next step, we are going to create the project. I will open Visual Studio. And I will create a new project. In order to create a new project, you need to click here, create a new project. Then you need to put which type of project you want to create. In this case, we are going to create a web API. I will select this option, ASP.NET Core Web API. I will click then Next. Here you need to put which is the name of the project. In this case, I can put Entity Framework Core Database first. And here also you can put the location. I will leave this location for me is okay. I will put then Next. This is the SDK that I'm going to use. The version is 8 in this case. If you come from the future, possible you will have a version higher. And then I will create the project. Okay, we can wait a little. And here Okay, here we have the project. The file configurations create us only one controller and one class, and we want to I want to see if everything is working properly. In order to execute the project, you need to click here in this button. The first time that you click in this button is going to take a little more time, but then it is faster. Okay, now we need to wait a little, and it's going to open Swagger. Swagger is like Postman, where you can test your backend, your web APIs. And here we have only one controller, weather forecast, that it is okay. It is the only controller that we have. And here within this controller that we are going to delete in a few minutes, we have only a get that it is returning an array of data, of object. If you want to test Postman, you need to click here and click here in try it out, and then execute. And here we have all of this data. Okay, now we are going to install the different package that we need in our project. I will go back to our project, and I will stop the project doing click in this icon. And now, in order to install the different package here in the solution, you need to do right click here, and you need to do click here in manage NuGet package. Then you have three tabs. You need to do click here in the browse, and the first package that we are going to install is Entity Framework Core. With this package, we are going to handle the database. We are going to do the queries, update the database, insert data, delete data, etc. You need to put here Entity Framework Core, and the package that we are going to download is this one that have 1 billion of downloads. The version that we are going to install is the version 8, and then I will put install. Remember that I will click here in apply, then in accept. If you have some error here, for example, if you are using the version of the SDK of 7, you need to put here you need to download some of this version, but in my case I'm using the last version, and it's okay if I then download any of these that it is 8 or higher. Okay, if you click here in dependencies, and here within the package you can see that in our project we had been installed the version 8. Then the second package that we are going to install is Entity Framework Tools. And with this package, we can execute this package that have almost 300,000 downloads. You can execute different commands like this one in order to do the migration and remove the migrations, to update, etc. I will click here in install, then I will put here apply, I will accept, and here we have the other package tools. If you want to remove some of the package, the only thing that you need to do is right click here and put here remove. Okay, and the last package that we need to install is, in this case, we are going to use MySQL. If you are using another database like SQL Server or Oracle, you need to install in this step another package. In this case, because we are going to use MySQL, you need to put here Entity Framework MySQL. And the package that we are going to install is this one, Pomelo Entity Framework.mysql, that had in this moment 61 million. I will put here install. I will apply the changes, and now we have the three packages installed in our project. The next step is generate the models from this database Northwind. Okay, I will go to Google, and I will put here Entity Framework Core. in order to see the documentation, here you have the official documentation, but there is one link that I like, that is this one, Entity Framework Core Tutorials. And here you have documentation. If you want to read, it's going to be good. But here in the bottom, you have Entity Framework Core existing database. I will click here, and the command that we need to use is this one. And we have here different parameters. In the first parameter, we need to pass the string connection. In the second parameter, we need to see, okay, I'm going to use MySQL or I'm going to use Oracle, etc. And then in which what are going to do the output or this command. For example, if you are here and you can put everything within the folder controllers or everything the output. In this case, we're going to use only these three parameters, but as you can see, we can put more commands here. Okay, I will copy this one and I will open a file in order to see well what we're going to do. Okay, here we need to put the string connection. In our case, I will put in the server, I will delete this one. You need to put here, for example, I will close this one. Here you can put right click edit, and our server here you can see what is the host name. In this case it is localhost, and I will put here localhost. Okay, then you need to put which is the database, because here in the data in your server you can have a lot of different database. In our case, we want to use or generate the models from this database Northwind. I will put here in the Northwind, I don't know if it is Northwind, it's okay. And then we need to put which is the user and the password. I will put here this one, and the user is, in my case, or it is root. Here you can see if I put here, okay, I will close this one, I will enter again. Here the root is my user, I will put here root, and then I need to put the password. You need to put pwd, and here you need to put the password, that in my case is this password. Okay, here we have the string connection. Then we need to put here in these parameters which is the provider that we want to use. In our case, if you want to see the provider, you can go back to our project and expand here, and here you can do click here, right click and properties, and here you need to copy this name. I will copy this one and I will put here. Okay, if you have some, for example, if I put the database grown, then when I will execute this command, we are going to have an error. But if everything is okay, we are not. Everything is going to work. Okay. Then I want to go here to tools. I will put here NuGet Packet Managers, and I will open a new console. And here I will paste this command. I will put enter, and if everything, well, here I put grown the user root. Well, here I have an error because I put grown the user. It is root. I will copy this one again. I will copy and paste, and now, okay, we have okay, and everything, it was success. As you can see here, we have the models with all of the models, and here we have the context. Okay. Now that we have this, the next step is here we have the string connection in the Northwind in this file that it is not good. The string connection should be in the app settings. I'm going to put here another another property, connection string, and here I will create another variable that it is going to say default or connection default. We can put connection default, and here you need to put the string connection that it is this one, and this I'm going to delete this one because okay. The next step that we need to do is we need to do some configuration here in the program. We need to add the context to the service container. I will put add context, but first we need to access to the string connection string. I will create a new variable that I will call connection string, and we need to access to these strings. How you can do that? We need to use here builder configuration, and then here we need to access to the connection string, and then we need to access to this property. Okay, this one I will access to this property, and if you want to see if everything is working correctly, you can put here and stop. You can debug this one. I will execute again or up, and if you press F10 one time, here you can see that we have we are getting here the connection string, and this line is correct. Okay, the next step that we need to do is add our context to this container. I will put here. I'm going to copy and paste this one because I don't want to I want to do a fast video, and also I will put here. Okay, this method use MySQL. We need to pass the connection string and also the version. What are we doing? We create a new variable, connection string, and then the version. This version, I get this version from here. If I here you have here, as you can see here, the people is using MySQL. We are passing in the first parameter the connection string and then the version. But this one I will delete this one. Okay, I will save the files. I will save this one, and now the last step that we want to do is I will delete this class, and also I will delete this controller because we are going to create our controller. And okay, if you want to create a new controller, you need to put here right click and put add controller, and then you need to go to here in API, and you need to put I want to create an API controller empty, this one. I will put add. Then you need to put the name of the controller. In this case, I want to get all of the customers, and I will create a controller that in this controller is going to have a get, and I want to get all of the customers. What I need to do is put here customer controller like a name. Customer is convention. If you want, you can delete, but if you are creating a controller, it is recommended that you need to put the name and then controller. Okay. Here we have the controller that it is inheritance from controller base, And here we are going to create a new variable that it is going to be the type read only, and this the type of this variable is going to be this type, Northwind context. I will copy this name. I will copy here. I will put here control dot, and I will import this this model, and then the model, the variable is going to be context. Okay. Then we need to create the constructor. I will put public customer controller, and we are going to public controller, and we are going to pass through injection dependency the context. I will put here context, and the context that we are passing through parameters, I will put here context is going to be equals the thing that it is going to arrive in the parameters in order to access. And with this context in this class we can access to the database, we can access to the tables, insert data, etc. Okay, and the last thing that we need to do is create an endpoint. That this endpoint it is going to be to be a get. Wait, my keyboard. Here, it is going. I'm going to use the get, and also it is going to be public. It is going to be async because it is going to we are going to access to the database, and this one is going to take a little time. It is going to return a task, and the interface of this task is going to be action result, and the name it's going to be get. Okay, we have here our method task and the get. Okay, here I have an error because in this moment I don't return anything, but if you put here return something, here we have this one. Okay, now if I save the project and execute again Swagger, one thing you are going to see, I will remove this dot. I will put here continue, and here we have our endpoint or controller that it is customers, and we have in this moment only one get that it is customer. That if we click here and execute, we have in this moment an status 200, pardon. Okay, but in our case we want to return this data. How we can do that? Okay, very easy. Here I will create, first I will put a try catch because we can have some problems. I will put a try catch. I will return an exception. If we have some problems, I will return an exception, and I will I want to return an status 404 button request, and I will return the message of the error. And within the try catch, I will create a new variable that it is going to be list customer. And here I want to access to the context, and I want to access to the table customers. And the method that I want to use is to list async. Why async? Because this is an async operation, because this is going to take a little. And here I will tell to the method that I wait for this method because it's going to take a little. And then I will return to the user an status 200 with the list of the customers. Okay, I will save the project. I will execute again the project, and we can see which is the result. Okay, and here we have all of this data that we are getting from this database. Okay, if you like the video and it was useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channels, ring the bell, to and ring the bell to know when I release new videos.